Prescott Van Meyer III, sommelier from home. Today we do a traditional Greek liquor, Ouzo. So the first thing you may notice about this bottle is it's scraped up just a little bit. That's because it was sent to me by a viewer named Dimitri. Thank you so much, Dimitri, for sending this in. We've had people requesting me do Ouzo for quite a long time, just haven't found the right opportunity, but now here it is, having had some experiences along the way. But this is a traditional Greek liquor. It's 40% alcohol, so this is as strong as you would find on the shelf of any other liquor. However, it is of course flavored with anise seed, so it has that licorice type fennel flavor going through it. Looks like this bottle was maybe imbibing some of itself along the way, bumping along, crashing into things, constantly telling people, I'm okay. So this actually is imported from Greece, land of the gyro and the spinacopita. Spinacopita? That sounds like an illness. It's a spinach dish. Spinach and cheese. Ah, that takes me back. Those wonderful nights in Greece, back when life was different. Walking the shores of the Mediterranean, passersby saying, hey Malaka, which I only assumed meant dashing handsome man. They would laugh with joy after they said it, so I'm sure it was something good. Maybe I'll bing it later. So this is Hermes Ouzo. Hermes, of course, is the herald of the gods and the protector of human heralds, such as merchants and thieves and orders like me. I'm an order, I talk, I pontificate. Thank you, Hermes. Or is it Hermes? No, it's Hermes. I'm a little nervous about trying this. I had a Greek friend who every time he came to visit, he'd get a little wild on the Ouzo and find our wedding banquet china and just toss it into the fireplace. We kept trying to explain it was not a working fireplace, but he paid no mind in his Ouzo state. It was all Opa this and Opa that. And boy, Abby looks delicious. She told me it was a compliment. She jokingly referred to him as a Greek god coming to visit us. Anyways, let's go ahead and open it up and see what the smells are. Gonna open it up here. Ooh, I'm already getting a hint of the aromatics. Very pungent aroma. It's even more than what you would say of just licorice. It has that real anise seed and fennel, really all the way through. Kind of almost some pine in there as well. I mean, it's 40%, so it's kind of a distant cousin of Jaeger. Jaeger without the anger. Probably not true. A lot of anger in this. I can punch just as many walls with this as I can with Jaeger, so. Fun fact, my little rat fingers break very easily on drywall. So, lesson learned, don't punch it. A lot of old stone walls in Europe too. Don't want to punch those. Speaking of punching holes in walls, definitely got to be careful here. I'm staying at Dalton's parents' house. After some coaxing, he let me in. Because they're not using it. They're out on vacation. Just like everyone else in my life seems to be these days. Out on vacation. Except Dean, he's on the long vacation. The vacation that never ends. Now back to the smelly notes. Again, the aromatics really come in. Very powerful, very pleasant though. Kind of excited to get this tried. All right, let's give it a taste. Mm. Mm. 40% alcohol, so very alive in the mouth. However, very, very sweet as well. So have a lot of sweetness coming in, and then with that nice burn and that aromatic coming right after, very, very pleasant. Boy, this really takes me back to Santorini and Mykonos, even Athens. The salt in the air, the cradle of democracy and intelligentsia. And again, gyros. It's not the only food that I tried there, but I like it a lot. That little tzatziki sauce on it, that's a fly. It's the tzatziki sauce. The yogurt with the mint and the cucumber. You know what I'm talking about. Speaking of which, I love Greek yogurt. Used to make it myself. My little yogurt maker at home. Boy, I sure miss my yogurt maker. I miss having it home. Because I feel like I can't leave any evidence that I'm here, this place. Because I can't. Neighbors are already looking in the windows. Anyways, let's give it another taste. Again, a really nice intensity to this variety. Absolutely recommend it. Flavors really come on strong. They don't fade away. So you have this really lasting effect of the flavor. It's really pleasant. Who would be drinking this? Well, every cast member on the movie My Big Fat Greek Wedding, which I am certain is a 100% accurate representation of Greek culture and family life in the United States. Plenty of malakas in that movie, if I do say so myself. Very handsome, all of them. Every time I pop in the VHS tape, I think to myself, that's a malaka, that's a malaka, malakas everywhere. I should look that up. I sure hope it's a positive reference. Okay, I just binged it, and my apologies to both the cast and crew of My Big Fat Greek Wedding and anyone else I implied was a malaka. And I want to apologize to myself for going along with it. Not too happy with those beachgoers in Greece calling me a malaka now. Stings a little, I'll be honest. Stings like a Mediterranean jellyfish. Oh, yeah. My thighs were blistering. Who would be drinking this? Andy Milonakis. Because he's Greek, and he likes all things Greek. Also Rick Steves. Boy, that dashing international traveler. He's like the 007 of the Zaggett's Travel Guide. I do get a little concerned about people with 2 first names. Don't have to worry about that with Andy Milonakis. You know, it could be that my last name used to be Van Meyeropoulos. Once we got to Ellis Island, they just changed it to Van Meyer. So I could be Greek. It's all Greek to me. Oh, my father pruned that family tree, so I really have no idea where I came from. Abby used to refer to me as the lily white god of disappointment. But at least I was still a god. And lilies are beautiful. Such delicate, delicate flowers. I would pair this with blue crystal waters, the roasted lamb for Easter. That Easter happens to happen a week after everyone else has their Easter, and with the most confusing alphabet in all of Europe. Maybe I'm just romanticizing Greece too much, because this just pairs with taking shots. Getting lubed up before the feast. There's a phrase you don't hear too often, unless you had a lot of ouzo. I would pair this with a big fat girthy dolma. That sounds weird, but it's delightful. Just grape leaves, you know, around rice and nuts and all sorts of accoutrements. It's really delightful. Maybe that's why I would always order the girthiest dolmas they had at that restaurant. That's why they asked me to leave. Give me a big girthy dolma, you malaka. It makes sense now. That is all strung together. I wouldn't want that shouted at me. But I did it before when I didn't know what it was. So, that's, don't last you. Turn off the goddamn telephone. You little malaka. I would pair this with beautiful feasts. All right. For my rating of 0 to 100, I'm giving this ouzo a score of 44. The whole point is to throw these back and have fun. So go for it.